Bonjour à tous et bienvenue sur cette nouvelle vidéo de la plume de Poudlard. Aujourd'hui, on innove un nouveau format de vidéo et ce format s'appelle interview exclusive puisqu'on a réalisé une interview de personnalités liées au monde d'Harry Potter et de qui il s'agit.
On a interviewé Miraphora Mina et Eduardo Lima,
Les célèbres graphistes de la saga Harry Potter et des Animaux Fantastiques, plus connus sous le nom
MinaLima.
MinaLima. On a eu la chance d'être invités directement chez eux à House of MinaLima et on a pu leur poser les questions qui nous passaient par la tête et on a été tout de suite déjà impressionnés par le décor de la boutique, par tous les étages et les environnements qu'il y a et on voit les univers aussi qu'on s'est représentés. Ils avaient fait une exposition spéciale sur les Animaux Fantastiques et les crimes de Grindelwald et il y avait des affiches incroyables comme les affiches du cycle Arcanus. Il y avait également tous les bouquins qu'ils ont édités et dont ils ont fait également la mise en page. Donc voilà, on a été vraiment impressionnés, on a passé une super journée avec eux.
En plus, c'est particulier parce que toutes les semaines, ils fêtent une maison différente.
Oui, exact. Et quand on était arrivé, c'était quelle maison?
Serpentard.
Évidemment.
C'est ma préférée.
Et donc, on vous le rappelle, MinaLima, donc ils ne font pas que les dessins dans les bouquins de Harry Potter, ils font les couvertures, ils font tous les décors qu'il y a au cinéma, enfin pas tous les décors en eux-mêmes, mais les affiches, tous les étiquettes de produits, ils font également des designs, enfin ils font tellement de choses, c'est difficile à dire.
Tellement varié.
Exactement, et vous verrez tout ça dans le détail dans la vidéo qui suit. Allez, c'est parti, on se donne rendez-vous dès maintenant chez House of MinaLima.
Hello Eduardo, hello Miraphora. Thanks to welcome us in this beautiful and magical place. I like to start from the very beginning. Miraphora, you start to work on Harry Potter franchise in 2000 and you, Eduardo, in 2001, that's right?
Correct, yes.
That's right, okay. Did you know each other before working together?
Not in this life. I think from previous lives, I'm sure we already met somewhere.
Right, it's nice. And what was your school career before to become an art designer?
Well, I trained in scenography for theatre and then for film, and so it was a natural progression to work in the department in general, like an assistant, more for the architectural side of the set design. And then I started to specialise in graphic design for film in about, maybe in 95, yeah.
I studied visual communication from Brazil. I studied in Rio, and there I work in film as well, but doing editing. Was just when I moved to the UK that I started working doing graphics, what I studied in college, in films, and my first film doing graphics was Harry Potter. Yeah.
Wow.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. You working on Harry Potter saga has certainly give you a lot of incredible moments. So, can you tell us about your first meeting with JK Rowling?
Well, on the Harry Potter sagas, she was not so involved because she handed over the responsibility for the filmmaking to the filmmakers, so the producers, directors, the design team and everyone else. So she would have only occasionally come and visit, or if we had a question specific to a particular object, like the Marauders map or a particular book for Hermione, then or maybe the Sirius family tapestry, the family tree, then we would go to her and say, is this correct? Are you happy with this? Or maybe there's information that we're missing, because of course in a film script it's very minimal, the amount of information that's given. It's mostly dialogue, there's a few stage directions, but for us as graphic designers we need to know what the backstory is behind a particular object. So
we need to go deep to find more details, because the graphics is the last layer on the dressing of the set, so you needed to give much more details, like for dates and addresses and surnames and things like that. So we needed to sometimes go to her and say, we need more information here. So but she's very willing to help. Every time we ask her something, she's excited, and I think if she had more time, she would love to spend more time with the graphics team. We do the covers for the books. We play a lot with text. That is what she writes them. So yeah, she's on the last Fantastic Beasts. She said that she would love to spend more time in the graphics and creating things as well. So But she's a very busy lady, you know, so she's
Really?
writing
Yes.
loads of things at the same time. So unfortunately, she doesn't have time to spend more time with us.
Okay. How do you do for make your creation? You create the element by your ideas. So when you read the script, so you follow the instructions, and after you make your idea on a paper. Is it?
Yeah.
Is directly like this?
Yeah,
or?
and in fact, usually there are not instructions. There might be
Right.
some reference in the original books for Harry Potter, but JK Rowling is very good at giving the minimal descriptions of objects so that the readers can fill with their imagination what something looks like, or so we were doing the same. We were trying to interpret our version of what she had described, but usually we're given the responsibility to completely come up with a concept, so from how something is built or looks to what it does, or so it's quite a big responsibility, but it's great because that's what designers like doing. They want to create. So.
Do you remember the first artwork that you create for Harry Potter's universe?
Absolutely, yes. How
Which
can I
one?
forget? It's the same first thing that Harry gets. It's the letter. So his first experience of the wizarding world was also my first experience, so it was quite nostalgic now to think back.
And that letter is the most important prop we designed, because without that letter, we wouldn't have Harry Potter. No? If he didn't receive that letter,
It's the object. Okay, and which realization asked you the most of times?
Oh,
The most of the
Yeah.
times in the...
I think throughout the series there were like some props that used to come back in all the films, like the Marauders map and the Daily Prophet. So those two props, I think
most
they're
demanding,
the most
yeah.
demanding, yeah.
but also the most interesting, because you start to build a relationship with the object. And when we were working on the third film, I don't think the books had come out for the fifth and sixth, so you don't even know when it's going to come back. So it's quite nice when we get the new script and he's back or she's back, and so you can continue to reinvent things that you've already kind of given a life to.
Do you know more or less how many objects you realize? More or less, you know?
That's a good question, actually.
Yes. It's a
I wouldn't know.
I know it's a lot.
I mean,
Thousands,
let's say
Yes.
there's like, if there's 300 or 400 things per film, then
Yeah,
Do the
wow,
maths.
Yeah.
amazing.
because don't forget, if we're doing something like the Weasley shop,
Step up, we've got fainting fancies, nosebleed nougat, and just in time for school, puking pastels. Into the cauldron, handsome.
there might be 100 products or 150 products. Some of them are really background and small, but everything needs to be generated. We can't buy anything for Harry Potter. We can't buy anything.
So you realize
No brand.
everything from
Yes.
A to Z.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. We talk about some books, okay? So there are several books that publish your works, for example, at least The Archive of Magic or Crimes of Grindelwald, but there is also The Case of the Beasts or Harry Potter's Heart. Have you realized the layout for this book, or the magic of cinema? So you make the layout for some books also?
Yes, so we designed the two major tie-in books for Fantastic Beasts, so The Case of Beasts and Archive of Magic. And we also had the pleasure to do the screenplay books directly for JK Rowling. And we did hear we heard a rumour that it was her favourite cover.
Yeah.
So that's but the great thing about doing those kind of books is that because we're on the set, we have an advantage when it comes to doing a book from the outside, because of course those books are looking from the outside in.
Yeah.
So it feels more organic to be able to tell that story of the filmmaking, because we were there. So it's because they're quite complicated books to describe, or to bring all the photographs from the set and get interviews with the different filmmakers and the actors. So yeah, they're kind of complicated, but it's nice for us because it's like an evolution of the filmmaking.
And there's also a challenge because the film is so incredible. No, there's so much going on in the film to try to put in the book. So
I'm sure we missed a lot. Yeah.
When you've seen someone wearing some stuff, some t-shirts or other stuff with one of your design, what do you feel about? You're proud, troubled, or nostalgic? As you say before, for
yeah, I think the most difficult thing is when people's bodies are covered in tattoos. that is quite, you know, we're designing for a film and we're designing for a storytelling situation that we hope will end up on screen and go into people's hearts. But when someone comes to you and they've got the Marauders map all on their arm, or I've seen somebody with a Ravenclaw diadem, the Horcrux, across her chest, this big. And you feel a little bit of responsibility because you're thinking you have to live with that forever. So that's the extreme. But then all the other realizations. We've been to events where people are not just cosplay dressed as characters, but they're dressed as graphics. So they might come as Bertie Bott's packaging.
Or a Daily Prophet.
I mean, this is genius.
Yeah.
Like that, and it's so. It's so brilliant that to feel that you've contributed to their imagination. So it's kind of like a perpetual creativity that's going around. That's great.
But even with our prints here now, all the limited edition art prints that we have in a house, it's quite nice to know that they are going everywhere. Like I remember the first order that we had on our website was from a house in Australia.
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. So we did like the Google map to see where it was. And it's incredible to know that in every single country they have.
Yeah.
And they know what I've done. No, yeah, so
when we look at all your artwork, even if the universe and style are different, there is always a conductive thread which let people recognize your imprint. So MinaLima imprint. How do you do that?
I think it's not conscious. I think it must be a bit like a personality. You know, you have maybe twins might be in different places, but they might have some connecting threads that make them from that same DNA. You know, so maybe that's just the language that we built together. Because because of Harry Potter, we met, and then we were able to develop as designers. I'm not sure we would have been the same designers if we hadn't had that opportunity. Mm-hmm. So I think it's definitely a kind of chemistry between the two of us, but I have no idea why the thread, you know, why it comes out that way. And in fact, sometimes we're trying to resist that because, of course, if we're designing for a character, if we're designing for the Weasleys, we mustn't be MinaLima, we must be the Weasleys. Or if we're a map designer from the 18th century, we need to be that cartographer, we can't be. So, but it's nice to know that you can see a thread, because we don't know what that is, but I guess it's just a kind of language that we've grown together.
One of your accomplishments, probably the most popular, as the Marauders map and the Daily Prophet, is the acceptance letter. So that the future students received to go at Hogwarts school. Can you tell us how you made this letter and how come up to you the idea of the design, of the materials, of the style?
Well, I think quite a bit of that was described in, again, JK Rowling is very minimal. She doesn't waste too much time describing it, but I remember that it was with green ink and that it was McGonagall who sent it, I think. So again, I have to sort of think, well, what's McGonagall's character? How would she write it? Would there be a bit of authority, but maybe a little bit, she's a bit eccentric as well. So try and bring some of this personality into the style of the lettering. But still have the authority and tradition of an institution like Hogwarts. So with the headed paper and the parchment, we found some paper that looked like parchment, and with the traditional seal on the back. And I think she stated quite clearly that there was no stamp, there was no postage stamp on it. So So it was quite a simple device that we didn't realise was going to have such a significance for the story. And now, because everyone wants to receive their own letter, we do sometimes do our own ones. Yes. Would you like to see it?
Yes, absolutely.
I didn't realise in 2000 that it was this hand that was doing those things I just described about the personality of the lettering. So it's not how I would normally write, it's how McGonagall writes. So we now have created an opportunity for people to have their own bespoke letter to themselves. And we thought, because it was a special piece, we wanted it to feel a bit like a ceremony. So this box we had made by the same bookbinders who make all the books for Harry Potter, with the Japanese silk.
The blue is it's a royal blue.
Yeah,
it's very elegant.
yeah. I think it needs to have a kind of neutral environment, but it's quite theatrical. Like this is the letter inside is written. We have our own personal letter here.
Finally, we've been accepted.
And it's all the box is all handmade, and then I hand letter each letter with all the contents inside as well. And it's designed so that you can have it on display, or you can put it away, put it to bed.
Do you use the same paper, the same
Absolutely,
ink?
yes.
The same ink, the same
white
Even
pen.
the same nibs.
Yes.
I don't know how you say the nib.
The nib,
And which you can't, the one I used for this, I don't think they make it anymore, so I keep trying to buy, if I see them in art shops, I try and buy the nib. It's my favourite nib.
Well, Mira still have the same nib that she wrote the original Harry Potter letters from the first film. So
Yeah.
How we do for to have a personalization of this letter? So we need to call you, to send you an email.
Send an owl.
For the website.
It's as simple as going on our website, and
Right.
the facility is there to type in exactly your name, whether you want it to say the cupboard under the stairs, as well. But we've had a few different ones. We've had some in Japan and international. We've had Scotland, so it's quite nice to see where they're going with some in America, and it's a kind of a joy that we can share that.
they can find all the information on the website, and if
All right, for the price.
but they also can send emails
All
asking. Yeah,
We can also do I can do an exact reproduction of Harry's letter in exactly the same format. So
if they want, of course, it's beautiful. It's an amazing
Thank you.
artworks. Oh, we're gonna do like a random question very quickly for know your personality,
Okay.
but also always about Harry Potter. So
Okay.
this way we can know what you prefer.
so just like a one-word answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Harry Potter's book and why?
I like
Potters.
number one because it's how you. I like number one and number three, but number one is the introduction to the world. So I recently reread the first book, and I was like Harry all the time. Wow.
and I like number three because it starts to introduce a bit of darkness and some layers. I like layers.
Which house you prefer?
I'm Ravenclaw.
I'm Hufflepuff.
Your favorite movie scene? Which your favorite one?
Oh.
Scene. I have absolutely love the letter scene when the letters arrive. The build up to it is kind of a bit of tension, but when they all arrive and the family are completely out of their minds because they're just so overwhelmed, and you're like, yeah.
Now for me again is the moment that you're first introduced to the magical world. So the first time Harry sees Hogwarts, that is amazing, the little boat, and also when we go first time in Diagon Alley as well. Yeah.
Your favorite characters? So
I love Bellatrix.
Bellatrix.
And I would just love to be in the Weasley house because it's such a good dynamic in there. Just the whole family.
It's
just
funny.
yeah.
So your favorite spell?
Accio.
We're always losing things, and it works, by the way.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the French.
it does.
Accio.
No,
Accio.
it actually does work as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, people don't believe me, but if I'm trying to park the car, just use it.
Yeah.
Accio parking.
Try it. Yes. So let's talk about the future of MinaLima. is maybe confidential, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. So, have you signed up to be the graphics artist on the 5 next tracks of the saga of the Fantastic Beasts?
Yeah, we're gonna start the next one, the 3rd film, in a couple of months.
But we never in the history of the filmmaking does anyone sign more than one contract.
Yeah.
All right.
You hope that you're going to work on them, but yeah, we do one at a time.
Yeah.
And with each time.
But we're going to the next one very soon, so we're very excited. Yeah.
All right. So, and have you ever think one day that you would like to work on something magical universe like Harry Potter's and Fantastic Beasts saga? You never think, or?
I think we both knew that we wanted to do something to make an impression and make something different. And you never know what it's going to be. Working in film is so diverse.
Yeah.
The projects are so different from one moment to the next. We've done lots of other things that are nothing like Harry Potter, but it's almost like it chose us. You know, and it just there was a good synergy between the material and our kind of thinking, because I think if we had been on a different kind of saga like Star Wars, we're not the right people for that.
Yeah.
So I think there are certain personalities that suit a particular kind
so
of.
they choose you because you're so talented, guys.
It's like a wand.
Reality,
It just is like a wand that chose us.
Yeah.
But also we have such like a special relationship with Harry Potter, because as Mira said, it was how we met and how we've been working for the last 20 years. And so it's very, Harry Potter has always going to have like a very special place.
And of
in
course
our
we
hearts.
were also blessed to be working with the best people above us. So the filmmakers, but particularly Stuart Craig, who's the scenographer, the set designer, and she's no longer with us, but Stephanie McMillan, who was the set decorator. So those were our mentors, really.
They were like Dumbledore and McGonagall, those two. They were brilliant.
So we still work with Stuart. He's done all the films, and so I've worked with him for over 20 years. So without those people central to our working life, that's.
Do you have other graphics projects outside the Harry Potter world? We know that you create covers from other books like Peter Pan or Alice in Wonderland, and have heard that you're working on it. Can you tell us more about this project?
Yeah, well, we started 3 or 4 years ago working with HarperCollins to devise a series of illustrated classics, but really from the beginning to the end, from A to Z. So we take the written word and we completely reinterpret the piece in our own vision.
Yeah.
So the design of the whole book, the illustrations, it has interactive pieces inside. So like a mini version of what we do on film, but compact into a book. And the idea was to have a series of them. We're on our 7th one now.
So we published Peter Pan, Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid, The Secret Garden, and the new one that's coming out this year is Alice in Wonderland. And there's a new one for next year.
Another secret one next year.
Yeah.
Secret, but we keep the secret.
Yes.
So we are in the beautiful studio house of MinaLima. So that opened in June 2016. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So how it happened to open this studio here, and for how many time first?
We had our website already going on, and but with the limited edition art prints, you need to see those
up close. Yeah.
So that was the idea to bring all those prints to live, and so people could really see the details. And but it was funny because we found this place. No, this place found us. And the idea was to be here just for 3 months as a pop-up shop. And in June this year is going to be 3 years that we are here. Yeah.
Already
But we
years.
also really wanted to create an environment that respected the narrative of the stories. So not to recreate a particular set from Harry Potter, but to have the essence and the feeling of the films that all the artwork came from. So it was important to us to have an environment that was not a white gallery. So I think we were crazy thinking that it would be okay to do that for 3 months.
Yeah.
But that was really our motivation, to take this kind of theatrical situation and not just a gallery.
But it was actually the fans that made us stay, because when we were going to close, they made a petition. There's like a guest book upstairs that they can leave notes, and there were like thousands of like people like say, do not close, you can never ever close.
So my question is also, so when the studio is open, you are inside the shops every time sometimes?
No, unfortunately,
we need to be creating the next. We're doing new projects. We have a design studio about 10 minutes from here.
All right,
so sometimes we come up and down, or at the weekend we come here, and it's good for the soul to come here because you meet all these lovely people that come here. And we have a fantastic team of between 10 and 15 people that have been working here for some time, and they understand the sort of MinaLima philosophy.
They are wizards.
They are our voice when we're not here to meet with the fans.
Right. So I saw Samira before. So how many people work here?
I think together with the gallery and the studio, there's over 30 people now working with us.
Wow, it's an amazing team.
Yeah.
The interview is close to the end, but my last question is gonna be, so what is the questions you would like that we're gonna ask you, but we don't ask you yet, but a new question maybe you like, then I ask you.
One question that I would like you to ask us is, do you guys gonna open a house of MinaLima in France one day?
Yes, please! Yes, please come to see us. Open to us. I'm gonna work there. I'm so I'm gonna be.
I think
so
we've
glad.
been really grateful to the and we've been quite aware that the French audience is very strong and very passionate about Harry Potter, and then as a result of that, passionate about MinaLima as well. So whenever we've done little tiny things in France, we have a really good reception. So I think it's time we maybe had a pop-up or something
Maison
MinaLima.
So thank you, Miraphora. Thank you, Eduardo, to welcome us in this magical place.
Thank you.
So you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Voilà, cette vidéo est maintenant terminée. J'espère que vous avez pris autant de plaisir à la visionner que nous à la réaliser, et on vous donne toutes les infos importantes pour MinaLima. Si vous souhaitez directement vous rendre donc dans House of MinaLima, c'est à quelle adresse?
C'est au 26 Greek Street à Londres.
Et de quelle heure à quelle heure pouvons-nous aller et quel jour dans la semaine?
C'est ouvert tous les jours de midi à 19h.
Et si malheureusement vous n'avez pas la possibilité de vous rendre sur place à Londres pour aller dans le House of MinaLima, vous pouvez également retrouver tous les produits de ces deux graphistes talentueux sur leur site minalima.com. Vous retrouverez donc évidemment tous les bouquins, toutes les affiches, les produits dérivés et les produits exclusifs en série limitée, comme les fameuses affiches de Harry Potter ou des Animaux Fantastiques. Donc voilà, n'hésitez pas, on vous le rappelle, House of MinaLima à Londres et www.minalima.com. Merci à tous d'avoir visionné cette vidéo et on vous donne rendez-vous dans le prochain épisode. Et en attendant, on vous dit
à bientôt.
La plume de Poudlard.